A dog lies beside an empty chair, chin on the floor, refusing to move. For days. Something about that image hits before you even have time to process why. Why does watching an animal grieve wreck you so completely? And what does it actually tell us about what's going on inside them? That dog by the empty chair isn't a one-off. It's a window into something researchers have been documenting for decades, and the evidence is far stranger and more moving than most people realize. Elephants linger near carcasses, gently touching bones with their trunks, or standing in silence for hours. Researchers confirmed that elephants show almost exclusive interest in the skulls and tusks of their own kind, ignoring the bones of rhinos, hippos, and other large mammals entirely. They're not just drawn to death in general, they're drawn to their dead. Elephants have also been observed pausing silently when walking past a place where a loved one died, long after the body is gone. That's not instinct firing at a stimulus. That's memory. That's loss. Chimpanzees carry their dead infants for weeks or months, a behavior documented by primatologist Jane Goodall and subsequently recorded in numerous field studies. Mothers carried infant corpses despite behavioral evidence that they recognized death had occurred, with carrying durations stretching from days to, in one documented case, 56 days. After finally abandoning her dead infant, that mother began carrying a twig for at least 2 more weeks. Primatologists note that this mirrors the human use of transitional objects after bereavement. She was grieving, and then she was coping. Here's where the science gets undeniable. Both of these animals, and you, share the same core brain structures for processing emotion, the limbic system. Think of it as the ancient emotional engine underneath all the newer cognitive hardware. The bigger and more connected the brain, the deeper the grief. These animals aren't performing something they learned from watching us. They're running the same emotional software we are. Which means the feeling you get watching that dog by the empty chair isn't projection. But here's the part that gets even stranger. They're not just feeling it. They're feeling it for us. That chimp carrying her infant for 56 days, then switching to a twig. Does that change how you think about animal grief? Or does it still feel like a stretch to call it real emotion? Drop your answer in the comments below, because what happens next goes even deeper. Animals don't just grieve their own kind, they grieve us. Picture a soldier walking through an arrival's gate after 7 months away. The dog at the end of that hallway doesn't trot over, it explodes. Full body, completely uncontained, zero composure. You've seen that clip. You've probably watched it more than once. And here's the strange part. You weren't the soldier. You weren't even in the room. But something in your chest moved anyway. That's not sentimentality. That's emotional contagion. The largely automatic, unconscious process by which one creature's emotional state transfers directly into another's. We do it with other humans all the time, but our defenses are up. We second guess. We wonder if someone's performing. Animals have no agenda, no performance. When a dog's joy is that pure and that total, your nervous system has nothing to filter out. It just receives it. And your body responds chemically. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the one that floods your system when you hold a newborn or embrace someone you love, releases not just when you interact with animals directly, but when you simply watch an emotional moment between them. A 2015 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that viewing animal reunion footage triggered oxytocin release comparable to direct interaction. Dogs have coexisted with humans for more than 30,000 years, and through that domestication process, They've acquired the ability to read human emotions, which means the bond runs both directions. They're not reacting to us by accident. They were shaped across millennia to feel with us. That's the real answer to the question the hook asked. That dog by the empty chair isn't doing something uniquely animal. It's doing something ancient and shared. Emotion itself is older than language, older than culture. It existed long before humans had words for it. Animals didn't learn grief from watching us. We all arrived at it together, running the same deep emotional wiring, woven across tens of thousands of years of living side by side. When an animal shows you something that raw, it isn't a window into their world. It's a mirror held up to ours. Subscribe for more moments like this, and watch the next video right there on your screen.